The lights hit the glass desk just right, giving the Good Morning America set its usual polished calm. Michael Strahan's trademark smile beamed across the screen as he welcomed America's everyman hero, Kevin Costner. The crowd clapped, but there was something in the air, that electric stillness before a storm. Costner sat tall, hands clasped, his eyes sharp but distant. Michael started warmly, asking about the actor's new film and his incredible legacy in American storytelling. Costner nodded politely, but his jaw tightened. When Strahan mentioned rumors about Costner's creative differences on set and whispers of tension with studio executives, the smile on Kevin's face faded. There was a pause, the kind of silence television tries to avoid. Cameras zoomed in. Strahan chuckled lightly, trying to keep the flow. "Kevin, you've always stood for independence in your art, but—" Costner leaned forward, voice low but steady. "Michael." "You don't know the half of it." The live audience went still. Strahan blinked, unsure whether to laugh it off or lean in. A murmur rippled through the studio crew. And in that fragile moment, live on air, everyone sensed it. Something real was about to break. The camera stayed locked on Kevin Costner's face. Calm, unreadable but burning underneath. Michael Strahan shifted in his chair, forcing a smile that no longer felt easy. "All right, Kevin," he said lightly. "Let's talk about your movie." But Costner didn't move. "This isn't about a movie," he said quietly. "It's about how stories get twisted, how people with money decide what truth looks like." The studio air thickened. Crew members exchanged glances. Someone off camera whispered, "Cut to B-roll," but the director hesitated. It was live. Strahan tried to step in, voice measured. "We're not here for politics, Kevin. We're here for conversation." Costner laughed, a short, humorless sound. "Conversation? You mean the kind where I stay polite and say nothing real? I've spent 40 years watching studios and networks rewrite everything, even people." The room was frozen. You could hear a cough from the back row. Michael leaned forward, whispering through his smile, "Kev, let's stay on topic." But Costner's tone sharpened, his gaze locked on the host. "No, Michael. The topic is control, and who really owns these cameras?" Gasps rippled through the audience. Strahan's smile dropped completely, and then Costner said the words that would change everything. "You think this is control?" Strahan's voice cracked slightly as he leaned forward, trying to hold the moment together. The teleprompter kept rolling, but no one was following it anymore. The director's voice buzzed through the earpieces. "Go to commercial!" "Go to commercial." But neither man moved. Costner's eyes blazed now. "You sit here every morning, telling America what's real. But whose truth are you selling, Michael? Yours or theirs?" The room went deathly quiet. Strahan's expression hardened. The NFL player in him flickered beneath the TV charm. "Kevin, don't come on my show and accuse people you don't even know," he snapped. "We give voices a platform, including yours right now." Costner rose slightly from his chair. "A platform built on silence," he shot back. "You want my voice until it says something you can't control." Producers rushed behind the cameras, waving frantically. Someone shouted, "Cut his mic!" The sound engineer froze. It was too late. Every word was still going out live across America. Strahan stood now, too, the tension between them electric, dangerous. "If you can't respect this platform," he said coldly, "you can leave." Costner stared him down. For a split second, no one breathed. Kevin Costner slowly removed his microphone, the small metal clip trembling in his hand. The live audience murmured, unsure if this was scripted or a meltdown. Strahan's face was stone, polished professionalism cracking just enough to show frustration. Costner rose to his feet. "You invite me here to sell a lie," he said, his voice rising. "You don't want honesty. You want ratings." The studio lights glared against his face, making every word feel heavier. Strahan motioned toward the control room. "We're done here," he said, voice tight. "Security." But Costner turned toward the camera, eyes locked with millions watching at home. "You can cut the feed," he said, "but people deserve to know how deep this goes." Producers scrambled, waving for commercial. The screen flickered, but the feed held for just another second, long enough for viewers to see Strahan step forward, jaw clenched, and for Costner to say one final line before the cut. "You can't silence truth, not live." The screen went black, the broadcast abruptly ended. No music, no outro. Just silence. And in that silence, a story began to spread faster than any script could control. The next morning, the world woke up to chaos. Clips of the confrontation flooded every social platform, millions of views in hours. Some called it bravery, others called it a breakdown. ABC released a short statement calling the incident unfortunate and unexpected, but it raised more questions than it answered. Was Kevin Costner censored? Or had he orchestrated the moment himself? News panels debated the footage frame by frame. Analysts dissected Strahan's expression, Costner's tone, even the director's frantic gestures in the background. Hollywood insiders whispered about Costner's rumored feud with studio executives and his refusal to play ball on political messaging in entertainment. Meanwhile, a leaked clip began circulating, raw audio from the moments before the broadcast. A voice, low and tense, said, "Remember, keep it fiery. We need headlines. Was it a producer, a setup, or something bigger?" By afternoon, GMA had locked down all staff from speaking publicly. Costner remained silent. Strahan didn't appear on the next broadcast. And as the day faded into night, one truth lingered. The line between authenticity and manipulation had never been thinner. Then, another audio file dropped online. A whisper. Chilling. "We planned this. If you've been glued to your screen through every tense second of that confrontation, you're not alone." What happened between Kevin Costner and Michael Strahan wasn't just live television. It was a moment that ripped open the curtain on how media, power, and truth collide. But now, the question is, what really happened behind those cameras? Was it rebellion? Or was it theater designed to keep us watching? We're diving deeper into leaked tapes, insider testimony, and what this clash reveals about celebrity influence and corporate control in modern media. And trust me, the next chapter is darker, more revealing, and far more dangerous than anyone's admitting on air. So if you want the truth, not the polished headlines, not the spin, hit like right now. Drop a comment with what you believe actually went down on that set. And don't just scroll past, subscribe and turn on notifications. Because this story is far from over. The media might move on, but we won't. We're going to follow the trail wherever it leads, no matter who tries to bury it. This isn't entertainment anymore. This is exposure, and it's only just beginning.